Hello apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes, this is Ape Andy. Apes of AMC, congratulations. Apes of GME, be strong. Okay, now, and apes of other meme stock, hold on to your meme stocks. Hold on to your beloved stocks. Okay, now, sharing individual thoughts. Now, we were talking about the squeeze factor of VW as an example. Now, squeeze factor of VW was 20% short interest divided by the number of float still trading, not held by VW and not held by Porsche and German government. So that was 1%. 20% times float divided by 1% times float. It's 20. Squeeze factor is 20, 20. And that squeeze factor of 20 brought VW, for a brief moment, just surpassing the market cap of, at the time, world's largest market cap company, ExxonMobil. Now, I'm not going to say which meme stock, because I don't want apes to be divisive, okay? We're all retail investors. We've all been hurt in 2008, and taxpayers' money were used to bail out the big institutions, and the common people suffered. Okay, now, okay, that's in the past. Okay, now, what I wanted to share with you is that I'm not going to say which meme stock has what squeeze factor. I give you the equation, and then you plug in your numbers. Because if I tell you certain meme stocks, certain short interest numbers, that number may not be correct, and that number is changing all the time. Okay, so I give you the formula, you plug it in. But of course, if your data is not the true data reflected, then the results may not be as correct. What do you mean by that? Well, last week, the NYSE president says meme stock trading, 70% was not at New York Stock Exchange. 70% was elsewhere. 30% was in the New York Stock Exchange. Now, those data are reflected. You could use those data to calculate. But for meme stock, NYSE president said it himself. Meme stock trading, 70% is off the trading exchange of NYSE, somewhere else. 30% with NYSE. Okay, so now back to the parameters. I give you the formulas, you plug it in yourself, you calculate your beloved meme stock squeeze factor. So it's the short interest times the float divided by the number of tradable shares left in the float. Tradable, not held by diamond hand retail or not held by institutions. In VW case, those tradable floats were not held by Porsche and the German government. Okay, now, so the numerator is the number of shares shorted times the float, percentage. And the denominator is number of shares still tradable. You plug that formula in. It's like, I give you a formula, E equals MC2, and then you use it, you apply it to the area that you want to apply, okay? But of course, not Einstein, not, maybe I'm 1 millionth the IQ of Einstein, but okay, I give you the formula, and then you plug it in parameters yourself. Now, for a certain meme stock, why is there a possibility of over 100% being shorted? That is, the tradable float is 100 shares, the number of shares shorted is over 100. How is that possible? That is only possible if the hedge funds sold IOU, synthetic shares, which is dubbed naked shorts. Why would hedge funds want to sell naked shorts? In way back when, old video of Ape Andy, I talked about supply and demand. the demand is $100 and the supply is 10 apples. So each apple is worth $10. However, the hedge funds, they created synthetic apples. They created 90 synthetic apples. IOUs. I'll give them to you later because there's FTD's hike of 21 days, okay, for delivery. That's the way it is, okay. Maybe the new rules have changed. I don't know. Okay, so 90 synthetic apples plus 10 real apples. How many apples in the market? 100 apples. How much was the demand? $100. So each apple is down to $1. So you have to overshort. You as a hedge fund have to overshort to bring the price way down. To bring the price of apple from $10 to 100 apples, right? 90 synthetic apples plus 10 real apples is 100 apples in the market. You can't tell if it's synthetic, right? When you buy the shares. So you can't tell if the apple's synthetic. You just think, oh, there's 100 apples in the market and there's $100 of demand. So each apple's down to $1. So the hedge fund shorted at 10, brought the apple dollar down to 1. Made money. If they keep doing that, it'll go to oblivion, okay? So when brick and mortar stores, certain video game selling brick and mortar store and certain movie theater chain, during the pandemic, nobody went there, and the balance sheet looked very, very, very poor, and hedge fund said, this is our big chance. This is a short bet, short win. Short. So what they didn't know, their equation would have worked without the retail apes. Then the retail apes popped into their equation and they're like, oh. Okay, so certain meme stocks is way overshorted. So the SI short interest could be over 100%. Now imagine, just theoretically imagine, if the short interest was 100% and the tradable float is because the apes are hodl, H-O-D-L. It came from crypto, okay? Hold on to your dear life. Hold on to your dear life. Hodl, H-O-D-L. And not selling, okay? So the tradable float might be 1% or less compared to VW. So what's the squeeze factor of 100 divided by 1? 100. What was the squeeze factor of VW? 20. Hey, Ape Andy, isn't that a squeeze factor higher? Higher, okay? But I'm not saying which meme stock. I don't have the true data of the short interest. Why don't you have it? Remember? NYSE president says 30% of meme stock shares went to NYSE. 70% didn't. It's off the exchange. Trade it somewhere else, okay? I don't want to imply anything, okay? That you know what I'm getting at, okay? I'm not going to go down that path, but you know where I'm getting at, okay? So you have to read Reddit, you have to read Twitter, you have to read other people's DD and get the short interest, and then plug it into the formula. The numerator is the percentage of shares shorted of the float, and the denominator is the tradable float. You plug it in. Okay, so Ape Andy, after we plug in our beloved meme stock data, short interest divided by tradable float, then we compare it to which company in the world? ExxonMobil? No, not ExxonMobil. We compare it to the present day inflation. So we cannot compare it to ExxonMobil. So you Google, what is the company with the largest market cap right now in the world? Then you look at your phone. Most likely, your phone is from that company. So you know which company I'm talking about. Now, I'm not trying to be superstitious, okay? Not every Ryan Cohen tweet has meaning to be decoded. Not every Ryan Cohen tweet has lines to read in between, okay? But same for DFE, okay? Now DFE, when Ryan Cohen became chairman, or was nominated to be chairman of GameStop, DFE tweeted a painting of boy with an apple. He made that tweet again. Apple, the phone that you probably use is from a certain company with the largest market cap in the world. Okay, so use that as a market cap. VW Squeeze used ExxonMobil as a market cap example. Why? Because at that time, ExxonMobil was the market cap of the largest value in the world, the company with the largest market cap value in the world. So if your beloved stock squeeze factor, if you calculate it, then you have to, if your beloved meme stock squeeze factor is over squeeze factor of 20, then same as VW compared to ExxonMobil, then your squeeze would have to be compared to the company with the largest market cap in the world right now. Sharing individual opinions. These are educational purposes, okay? You buy meme stock, fine. Your individual decision. You sell meme stock, fine. Good, sell. Make a profit, good. So Ape Andy's video is not to promote stocks. Ape Andy's video is not to promote stock. It is to promote the education of the mechanism of how market works. And of course, to calm retail investors down, because retail investors get excited easily. Retail investors get depressed easily. Okay, so educational purposes, ASMR, as some people would say, and love your beloved meme stock. There's absolutely no need to tell others to come over to your beloved meme stock because they didn't do DD on yours. So even if they come over, it's yeah, they're not gonna diamond hand. Okay, so just sharing. Okay, be strong, apes, and yeah. Moas, mother of all short squeeze. It is not if, it is when. Be strong, apes. Love AMC, love GME. Love GME, love AMC. Me, moi. Merci, au revoir.